Welcome, fire sign, to my YouTube channel, Nancyrosetarotdivine Tarot. I'd like to give a big thanks to the viewers who are taking the time to hit the like button, and to anyone who has shared any of my videos. I do appreciate it so very much. My video or my channel just keeps growing daily, and it's so exciting to see that. Love doing personalized readings, so if you want one, you can go on my page and find that out and hook up with me, and we'll do that for you. All right, so let's just get started. What we're doing, I already have the cards laid out for you. What we're doing is the heart. And this is for people who are curious, if you're in a new relationship and you're wondering, should you invest any emotion into this relationship? Will it last, and is it even worth going forward? Now, I have cleansed the deck already, and I did ask Spirit and Angel for some guidance and wisdom with an open mind and highest intentions for the fire sign. I definitely don't want to forget that part, because I did thank Spirit and Angel. I always do. You just missed that part because this is my second take. I ended up having a coughing attack while I was doing my first reading. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit sick again, so bear with me. If I do cough, I will try my hardest not to. All right. And then I cough. Sorry about that. Anyways, so our first card that we have for our fire signs is the Eight of Wands. Sorry, it's not. It's right here. It's supposed to be in the shape of a heart, but because I don't have a big enough screen or setup for that, we're just going to go with it the way I have it set up right now. So anyways, your first card that you have is your situation now. So a Five of Wands is about disagreement, conflicts. It's about, just keep in mind, it's very playful. So the connection that you and your partner are having is very, very playful. You're very competitive. You might argue a lot. Someone's always got to be right. I'm just going to show you this card here. It's actually a really cute card. It's not swords, so it's not like our stress and anxiety, depression. It's definitely not that way. It's more so you thinking that you're always are right. Again, you're fire signs, so that would make sense. And then whoever you're connecting with is maybe a lot like you and thinks that they're always right. So, you have that little playful argument going on sometimes. That's your first card there. Now, your second card that you have is the Eight of Wands. Again, I'll show you that card right there. Now, that card is about communication. It's coming soon. So in the position that it's in is how your partner is feeling. So I feel like fire sign, whoever it is you're connecting with, they're waiting for you to do some communicating, because this is the Wands, and Wands is your fire sign, which is your Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So here your partner is waiting for their fire, waiting for their Wands to communicate with them. This card is all about communication and some some progress after a delay. So maybe fire signs, you really truly, obviously, if you are listening to this, you do need some clarifications, and you're not quite sure what to do in this relationship. So this is your partner wanting you to give them some answers. Definitely is what they're looking for. There's your partner right there sitting there waiting for you to bring them that message. And again, I do feel like it's you that needs to bring that message, because again, it's a water sign. Water sign. It's a Wands, which is your sign. So the next card that we have, the next two cards that we have, is the Queen of Swords and the Four of Wands. So this is just throughout your connection. So the aspects of your connection in your relationship right now. So the Queen of Swords is about, someone who's very independent. So again, maybe this could be your partner. You could be communicating with air, which is your Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, because you do have two airs in there. And then your 3 wands. So I do also want to mention, when I say you have 3 wands, in this certain kind of spread that we're doing, since it's a love spread, because you have the 3 wands, that tells me that this is a very passionate, soulful connection. And it's just it came very fast and intense. And it's just, you got this really, really, just, you're drawn to each other. It's almost like magnetic. You can't even help it. But again, I just wanted to point that out because of the wands in there. And when I do a reading, if there's more wands in there, that's what that's saying. So I won't go into the other ones, but that's mostly what it is. You do also have a little bit of conflict going on in your connection as well. I will point that out as well, because your first card is how your relationship is, and it's a lot about quarrels. And you also have swords in your reading. So swords are telling me that you do have some sort of, intense arguments at time in this connection, for sure. And that's probably why you're not sure if you want this connection or if it's going to work, because you do actually have the swords going on in there. So you are definitely someone who is, needing some clarity. Well, this Queen of Swords here is definitely about someone who is very independent. It represents someone who is just a very strong leader, a born leader, someone who takes charge. So it's just about this connection. Maybe somebody in this connection is a little bit more independent versus committed. Maybe someone is doing a little more of their own thing versus a connection. Because the next card that we do have is the Four of Wands, and that's about a wedding. It's about celebrations. It's the relationship card. So one of yous are wanting a relationship and one of yous are acting independent, is how it's feeling in this card, in this reading, is how I'm feeling. So it's definitely about, okay, so you want to be with this person, you want to take that next step, you want some development in your relationship, and your partner maybe is being a little bit independent, or maybe you're the one being a little bit independent in this connection and you're not quite going to that next step. But definitely keep in mind that somebody in this connection, one of you does want this connection, one of you does see it going places into a marriage, into celebration, into that next step, into moving together. That is how somebody is viewing one of you's in this. Again, it's not personalized, so that's why I can't really target who is who in this reading. But again, take what I say and pull with it and go with it as it makes sense to you. Now, the next card we have is the Four right here. Sorry, just let me move that up so you can see it. All right, and this pretty card right here is the Six of Pentacles. And that's about, that's about sharing and being generous. So this is what will test you. So maybe this is about someone being very generous and just giving others too much. And maybe the other person's not so understanding of that. It's maybe you helped somebody and you didn't talk to your partner about it. It's just about someone's over helping and over sharing and just being very generous. And just keep in mind that may become an obstacle in your connection as well. That one of you's just maybe given a little bit too much generosity to others, and just for whatever reason upsetting you, or you upsetting your partner. Maybe you're giving too much of your time to somebody and not enough of your time to them. Maybe they're feeling like you're sharing your love and your wealth and everything else, and not giving it to them. Fire sign. So just keep that in mind, that it could arise that you're not giving them enough time and you're not giving them enough of your commitment, because that's definitely what I feel in this reading. Now, our last card is the most likely outcome, and this card right here in the love reading that we're doing is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords, it could be stress and arguments. Again, I did say that earlier without even really looking at that card, that I do feel there is going to be a lot of arguments in this connection. just by that card, and this card right here in itself was telling you that you do have a lot of arguments and quarrels. So if this relationship does work, just keep in mind, I'm not saying that it doesn't. It doesn't say that you don't want this connection, but it's saying if you do, just keep in mind there could be some stress and there could be some arguments. So again, just maybe make sure that you really do want to take this next step. And it's not a no for sure. There's no no's in this reading. The only thing that really alerts me is this card right here, which is again related with stress and arguments. So, but that is a lot of your connection already, fire sign. Whoever it is that you're connecting with, you already do know this, because the first card that we pulled is about playful arguments. So maybe what this is saying is just be careful that you don't turn those playful arguments into real arguments, into stressful matters. Because this guy is also very opinionative, and very forceful. And, is very full of life, and just, he could be very hasty at times. So it's not a no, don't go for this relationship. But I believe what this reading is saying to you is just be careful with how much playful fighting and arguments and competition you really want going on in this relationship. Definitely. And again, your partner is waiting for some kind of communication. Maybe you guys aren't talking right now. Maybe, they've asked you, what do you see for the future? And here you are, fire sign, not quite sure where you are. But keep in mind that you're going to figure it out, because I do believe that this Queen of Swords she's a clear thinker. She's a logical thinker. She's someone who's very independent. She doesn't need someone to keep her going. So she's going to make sure if she makes that next connection, if she does join her couple for that marriage, for that next step, then she's going to want to do it with an open mind and the right intentions. Definitely is what that is. But keep in mind that throughout your relationship, you could have some sort of issue with maybe you being a little bit generous with your time. It's not just about wealth. It could be about, you giving your attention to others, to work, to just not your partner, and your partner's feeling a little bit left out. So it could cause arguments, and it could cause fights in your relationship. So keep that in mind. And when you do have those fights and arguments, I do feel that one of you is a little bit more hasty than the other, and could be a little bit hurtful with their words. Swords can hurt. So just keep that in mind and just communicate. Definitely. All right, fire signs, I hope you like your reading, and good luck with this connection. And if you would like an extended reading on this, definitely hit me up, and I could do a personalized reading for you for $15. No problem there. And comment if you would like to see a reading done. I would love to try any reading I've never done before. They're always new, or it's always exciting when I do something new. All right, thank you, and please do share. Bye-bye.